Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vuvu and this is Vuvu Vena Reads. On today's video, I'm sharing all the books that I managed to read in the month of February. So this is a wrap up for February. Do stay tuned.
So Vuvu Vena Reads is an amazing book reviewer, also YouTuber. She reviews books on YouTube, and if I'm not mistaken, she also has a blog as well. So please, if for your connection with literature, get in touch with or follow at VUVUVENA_reads. She is based in South Africa, and I think it is also extremely important to follow literary content creators who are based outside of the West and in continental Africa, because they do a really good job of bridging the gap.
We appreciate you, Vuvu, for bringing us Turning Pages and for bringing us your BookTube channel.
You know, this is a chance for people to actually see some people that I really enjoy.
Please consider pressing the red subscribe button down below. And if you're a returnee, welcome back, fan.
Vuvu, you're amazing. Thank you so much for your time.
So the first book I read in the month of February was Nobi From Here by Natasha Mokodion Kalulu Banda, which was my first 5-star read of 2021. I've already done a review on this book. I will link it up here for you guys to follow. I absolutely loved every single thing that Natasha did with this book. It was so well done, so appropriate, so endearing to the story that she was telling. It was absolutely a divine read, and the writing was phenomenal. This one is published by Blackbird Books, and it was sent to me for review purposes, and I absolutely fell in love with everything that is Natasha through this book. Absolutely worth your while. So that was Nobi From Here, 5 out of 5. The second book, well, this is not in any particular order, but the next book that I picked up in February was Homebody by Rupi Kaur. I'd never read any of her poetry, so this was my first encounter with Rupi. I was not the happiest chappy. Am I a chappy? I was not the happiest. I don't want to lie to you. I felt like there was so much autobiographical content on here that did not translate as poetry, and I'm saying that because I'm not saying that my understanding is the be it and end all of poetry, but I believe that poetry is meant to transcend the person that's writing it, so it's meant to be easily applicable to my life as well, and I should be able to grab from that something that I can apply in daily living without it being obviously heavily political or philosophical, etc, etc. I don't believe poetry is a bunch of I, and I felt a lot about this particular book that there was a lot of Rupi in here, and as a result it was a barrier to the reader. That was a huge barrier to the reader, at least me as a reader, and I did not quite enjoy this collection. I don't want to lie to you guys, and I am probably never going to read any of her other works either. I have asked around. Some people have said that the first book, I'm not sure, first 2 books or the first book were better than this, but I'm really very sad and disappointed because it was an author, or a poet, that I was willing to invest in terms of buying more of her poetry when I had discovered what it was all about. And it's sad that I had to pick this one up for me to get a taste of what she is about, but I struggle to do negative reviews. I really do, if I'm being upfront with you guys, if I'm being honest, but I also don't want to lie, so I'd rather not review. I'd rather move along. So I'm not going to review this one, but what I've said to you is probably the sum total of my emotions towards it, and this I gave a 2 out of 5 stars. And then I got this copy from Jonathan Ball Publishers for reviewing purposes, and then I picked up If I Stay Right Here by Xwedanga Mlana. This one I was gifted by Bugamuso, or Ompile for those of you who do know her, and she's like my book fairy. I call her the book fairy. She's always giving away books. I'd been looking for this one for the longest time. If I say longest time, guys, you have no idea. I've been looking for this book forever. It was first published by Blackbird Books initially. I think it was one of the first few books that they did publish, and I don't think that the author is with them anymore, probably why it's such a struggle to find this one. Anyway, it's Bookish Nontly who pushed me to finally pick this one up, and I did read it. It was a bit of a different book for me, and I later found out through watching Bookish Nontly. If you don't follow her channel, just search Bookish Nontly here on YouTube, that this is actually a genre called experimental fiction. Marina from Young Gifted and Black also confirmed it because she had read this before, and I think maybe because of that, the things that I was going into the book expecting from a piece of fiction, I didn't get, and I think I kind of struggled to understand why this book went the way that it went. However, the book was not bad. It's just that for me, it took a lot of sitting down and digesting what I'd consumed for me to be able to box it in the boxes that already exist or outside of those boxes and still feel that it was great. It was a great read for me, if that makes sense to you guys. Anyway, I rated this one a 3 out of 5 stars, and soon me and Bookish Nontly will be chatting about this one, and I'll let you guys know where you can find that conversation when it does come up. But yeah, this was a 3 out of 5 star read for me. And then I read, oh, guys, this book, the way it's so heavy, I finished, I'm busy bookmarking with pieces of paper, honestly. I finished The Horse and His Boy. It's the third book in the Chronicles of Narnia. I started reading the Chronicles of Narnia last year, and I'm trying to finish the books this year. There are 7 books in total. So the following book is going to be Prince Caspian, so I'll be digging into that as well. I absolutely loved the second book, which was The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Absolutely loved it. I don't know if it's for the nostalgia or because it is the most famous and the one that most people would have consumed as kids, so I don't know if that's why I loved it that much. But I struggled a little bit with The Horse and His Boy, especially in the beginning. However, as the adventure flows, it got a bit better for me, and especially as we were heading closer to Narnia, and C.S. Lewis still kept the whole use of biblical themes and understandings and characterizations and personifications of certain characters in the Bible through this specific story. And I think that when it's pitched to children, that it is an excellent message that can be very closely joined with the Bible without intimidating a child. I ended up giving The Horse and His Boy 4 out of 5 stars. And the last book I read, any nani guys, other people's kids can write, okay? If you were not sure about that one thing, just be aware. People can write out there. This book, first of all, let me just say, this book was first written in French and has been translated into English. So if the English translation is making me dance in my shoes, this is the book that I'm talking about. I shared this with you guys in my TBR for the month of February. This was the Vuvu Vena Reads book club pick for the months of January and February, and this is At Night All Blood is Black by David Diop, who is a Senegalese author. He shut it down, guys. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to consume anything else after that. He's got the psychological thrill in this. He's got the unreliable narrator in this. He's got the conflict situation in this. He tackles the politics. He tackles the sexuality. He tackles love on a familial and brotherly. He does it all while navigating the problematic psyche of the main character, who happens to be the narrator. He has done something like nothing I've ever seen before. If I were asked to rate this book, it would probably be a 10 out of 5 stars. Do you hear what I'm saying? If you guys can get your hands on this book, I struggled to find a physical copy, so I read an ebook. I read it in ebook format. I bought mine off Amazon. It was cheapish compared to when I had been tracking it at the end of last year when I did get it. And if you read nothing else this year, Ninani guys, like, pick up this book. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm going to review it when my energies have simmered, and I'll tell you exactly what I'm trying to communicate with you guys. However, that was my 10 out of 5 star read of the month, and I don't know if I'm gonna come across anything as brilliantly done as this was this year, and I'm hoping I do. Obviously, we all want to have good reads on our shelves, but I'm telling you this book for me is unmatched. Like, I don't know, and that's, guys, I don't know, and I'm pretty sure somebody somewhere has already seen it to turn it into some kind of screen time session, like a movie of sort, because my God, it's a lot. With that said, on that very high note, thank you so very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate your time, yes, but I really do appreciate you guys spending time with me. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I love you very much. Bye now.